All right. It is that time period here in Iowa between ice out and open water season that is kind of torturous in a little bit of ways. So I'm anxiously awaiting, and so I try to fill some of this time with projects. One of those projects, I'm putting together some rod holders. So if you see in some of my videos where I'm catfishing, this is what I use for a rod holder, and it is homemade. It is cheap. Really, there are four parts to this, and I'm going to show you right now how I put them together. But as you're looking at it, you can already tell. Number one, PVC. This is 1.5 inch PVC. I actually came out of a scrap pile here on my property, and I'm sure it was just given to me at some point, and I said, yeah, I'll take that. I might have a use for it. Well, rod holders, 1.5 inch PVC. This is cut a foot long. You can cut it longer, shorter, depending on your needs. Most of my rod holders, or my rod handles, aren't long enough to really need anything longer than that. But if you want longer, you can make longer. I don't care. It's your rod holder. Number two, you need a way to stick it in the ground. 24-inch piece of rebar, of re-rod. These come pre-cut. Got it from Menards, pre-cut. They are super cheap and heavy duty. Number two, rebar. Number three, the most expensive of the batch, and still not super expensive, but this is where most of your cost goes, is hose clamps. You need 2 hose clamps per rod holder. These, I think, are made for 1.75 inch and up. I would have bought smaller, but bought them in a 10-pack so I could make a bunch of these, and a little cheaper in the 10-pack. They didn't have the smaller size for 1.5 inch in the 10-pack, so 1.75 inch, good enough. Hose clamps, number three. And number four, duct tape. No good project, redneck project is good without a little bit of duct tape. So I use the duct tape, as you saw before, to wrap around the hose clamps. That just keeps my line or anything else from snagging on the excess strap or on the screws, the bolts that hold it in. So duct tape, PVC, hose clamps underneath here, rebar. That's all there is to it. 2 tools. Hacksaw, tape measure. You need to measure your PVC. I mean, you could even eyeball it. You could get away without that. You need a hacksaw to cut the PVC though. So 1, maybe 2 tools, and there you go. There you have it. Super heavy duty, super sturdy. A train's going by. Let's wait for the train to go by. Of course, the one time I want to shoot a video today, and it's when the train goes by. As I was saying, super sturdy rod holders. These things are sturdy. I've caught some big fish on them. They go down the ground. We're talking about 13, I think 13.5 inches is what I have. I have about 1.5 inches right here, so you can do the math yourself. Again, set them up how you want them. I could have this down lower if I wanted to. There's no reason to run it that high. Again, you can bop them into the ground. They go into about anything, and they pull out really easy when you're pulling them straight up. But when you got a big fish on, they don't give. They don't go anywhere. So again, super cheap rod holder. Do something in your spare time before fishing time is here. Make yourself some rod holders.